Khan here for Seconds Out with Frank Warren, a wanted man here. Everyone wants a bit of his attention. Frank, how you doing?
I'm doing good. A bit knackered, but I'm doing good. I only got the plane a couple of hours ago.
I'm sure you got the Duracell battery and you're ready for more promotion. And there's a big fight coming up, Canelo versus Skull. I've heard you say in previous interviews, don't know too much about Skull, but there are some people that are thinking that Canelo isn't at the peak of his powers and it might be the right time for someone to come in and cause an upset.
Who knows? I mean, look, it's a great opportunity for Saul. He's in with a number one fighter in the world, and anything can happen in boxing. You know that. I mean, Canelo for me is a big favourite, but we'll see. He's got a great opportunity to come and seize the moment. It's the world's capital of boxing, Riyadh. Riyadh season fight. It's a fabulous fight, fabulous event. Some really good fights on there. This guy, he may want to come and steal the show.
From a Queensbury perspective, it's fair to say you're looking to position Hamza Shiraz as the person to fight Canelo Alvarez very soon.
100%. 100%.
How do you feel he fares against Belanga?
It's a tough fight. Yeah. He's not stepped up and gone into an easy fight to, feel it out and tread the water, to dip his toe in the water, I should say. He's gone straight into a real tough fight. But we believe in him. He was struggling at the weight last time, and weight's an issue. People don't. I don't know. It's funny in this modern day, people don't seem to think about it a lot or understand it like they used to do. I mean, that's why they brought all these junior divisions in, because of the health reasons and so forth. That's why when I hear they want to do away with them, I think it's nuts.
Another man who wants a slice of Canelo is Chris Eubank Jr. for the back of his victory over Conor Benn. Why is Hamza Shiraz better suited for Canelo than Chris Eubank Jr.?
Because he's a better fighter. He's a better fighter than Chris Eubank Jr. And if Chris doesn't believe that, then fight him. Do
you think Eubank Jr. would have a chance against Canelo?
Do I? No. I don't think the styles make fights. I don't think his style will do it. He's brave. He showed that. He's tremendously brave. And both of those guys, they didn't. I mean, they came out that ring with nothing. 2 or 3 days in hospital. That tells you all you need to know. They left everything in the ring, and let's see. But it's a fight, and as I say, anything can happen in fights. You never know. But I feel Canelo would be too much of a handful for him.
It was a spectacular event, but I saw on TalkSport Boxing Simon Jordan calling it a fight between two mediocre fighters. Was it that Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, two mediocre fighters?
It was a great fight because they were at their level. That's what they were at.
What level? You've seen fighters come and go. What level was that?
Well, they're not at the top level yet, are they? I mean, they're just not at the top level. Mm-hmm. Conor's a young man. We'll say, he is a young man, and he's progressing up. Chris has been there for a while. What's he, 36 years of age now? And it's the size that made the difference in the latter stages of the fight. Mm-hmm. At one stage, I had Conor up. Mm-hmm. But then it evened up, and in the last 2 rounds, he was the bigger guy and took it away. And I think the weight as well drained Ben Conor a little bit as well. Mm-hmm. What I mean by that, it drained him fighting the bigger man.
Was there enough then for you to see a rematch between those two? Do you feel like Conor can turn it into a victory?
It's not my business. I mean, if they're going to have a rematch.
You've seen fighters come and go, but do you think Conor Benn can turn that into?
I don't know. I mean, you look at him, he's not a big guy, is he? I mean, he trained for the fight. He didn't have to worry about making the weight, and he come in at the weight. Obviously, he's fit and well. He didn't come in like a fatty or anything, but he came in at a weight which was 4 pounds under. That's all you need to know. That means he's been able to eat anything he's like. But you look at the size of him and whatever. I mean, he started off very quickly, as I expected him to do, very, very quickly. And I've got to be honest, he'd done better than I thought he'd do.
You've worked with Billy Joe Saunders before. He's made no bones about wanting that rematch with Eubank Jr., even though he won. Would you like to promote that one?
They're good fights to be made, yeah. They'd be a good fight to make.
What did you make of him trying to get into the changing room before the fight started?
Well, listen, let me tell you something. When we went to Germany, when Derek Chisora fought Klitschko in Germany, his brother came to do the same thing, came to check his gloves in the dressing room. And he was the fighter that pulled out the night before when previously when Derek was going to fight the other brother. He pulled out the night before, messed around, pulled out, and he was pissed off. He came into the dressing room. And that was all done to intimidate and whatever. And that was what it is. That's nothing unusual. It's not a liberty or anything. If he's your man and he's going in to check the gloves, then that's how it is.
I want to ask you...
you can't say this guy can't come in to check the gloves. You can't do that.
I believe that Conor Benn did have a member of his team already looking at the gloves at that point.
I didn't know that. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't my show, so I don't know. I know what you know.
Feel free to no comment this, but I believe that Eubank Jr. is under investigation for making the weight. The British Boxing Border Control have seen some images of him making that weight, and I guess I want to look at how he made it. Do you feel that's something that needs to be looked at for the concern and the safety of the fighters?
He's obviously struggled to make the weight. He couldn't get the 2 ounces off. 2 ounces cost him $500,000. I mean, it's not rocket science, is it? You know, he struggled to make the weight. There's no doubt in anybody's mind of that.
You're a fan of rehydration clauses?
Am I a fan of them? It's not about look. You have a rehydration clause in a contract because some guys do struggle, but they can. You can't have anybody come in suddenly they're I don't know, nearly 1.5 stone over the weight the following day. You can't have that. The weigh-ins used to be on the day of shows. They'd weigh in at 1, 2 o'clock on the day. They'd be fighting that same evening. This rehydration is brought in for the benefit of boxers for their health. Hydration is all about the water in your body, obviously, and your brain sits in fluid. And when you are dehydrated, there's the fluid, you got less fluid. When you're getting hit, your brain is tearing, and it hasn't got the protection of the fluid inside your skull. That's what it's there for.
On to heavyweight matters. Can I get an update as to who the opponent will be for Fabio Wardley?
You will do tomorrow. Once we get the contract signed.
And who's in the running?
Quite a few people.
Don Charles said at the press conference yesterday he felt that Usyk knows in his heart that he cheated. Did you get the demeanour from Usyk that he is hiding a bit of the truth?
All these pictures that were being shown, what happened? They showed something on one of their telephones, didn't they? On their picture showed it. Right. And we were in at TalkSport, which is News International building, and one of the journalists went into the Sun's library and pulled a sequence of photos out with the punches on. So that I mean, I didn't take them along; they were just given to us. So there they are. There's the photos, and it was not a low blow. It's on there, and people keep saying it's below the belt. It's not the belt; it's the navel. The navel is there. Most of these guys wear their shorts up here.
Has Daniel improved as a fighter? Not momentum, but technically under your eye?
Yes, he has. The most important thing with him was improving mentally, and he's done that in a big way.
How about Tyson Fury? You said on Tuesday you hadn't spoken to him yet. Have you spoken to him since? He's putting out all these social media posts.
It was said at the press conference yesterday, I don't know if it was Aegis or Alex saying, they're not fighting Daniel the boy, they're fighting Daniel the man now. Okay. They know it as well. Tyson, no, I haven't. He's on holiday, and I'm certainly not going to be disturbing him talking about boxing. But he's going to, if he does, big if he does, we'll see. It's going to be his decision.
In your own words, what's that distinction? What is the importance of that distinction between Daniel Dubois the boy and Daniel Dubois the man?
Well, it's like think about anybody when you're a boy. You know, when you were younger, did you have the confidence? Would you have the confidence to do what you're doing today?
It would be like foolhardy confidence, Frank.
That's what I mean, and that's it. Well, it's like you grow up mentally. You've been in the trenches, and you've been in a ring, and you know you can hurt someone. He knows he can hurt him. He took that time and used it. Even with the ref, when he wanted to fight, and the referee said, "You can have more time." And yesterday, again at the press conference, Iggy said, if the referee hadn't deemed it a low blow, he would have got up before the count of 10. He didn't get up to the count of 10. He was 4 minutes.
I hadn't seen Usyk's team as agitated as they were in that press conferences before.
Yeah, I've not, and look, it is what it is. I mean, it's a tough fight. It's a tough fight for both of them. It's a tough fight for Daniel. It's a tough fight for Oleksandr. It's the best fight in the best. They're the best two active heavyweights in the world, fighting each other. History, 4 belts on the line. Never ever happened before in the UK. Never been a heavyweight unification fight in the UK. Daniel Dubois has an opportunity to go down in British sporting history. No one's ever done it. No one will ever take it away from him. I mean, what more do you want? And 60,000 tickets sold already.
Congratulations, Frank. I'm sure there'll be more queuing up as well too. I have 2 final questions before I let you go. Usyk has said he's got 2 fights. 2 fights left. This fight with Daniel Dubois, and 1 final fight either against Tyson Fury or or Anthony Joshua. Why should it be Tyson Fury?
Well, if he does, that'd be an eliminator for the world title, wouldn't it? Because Daniel's going to be the champion. Why should it be? Well, because they've had the 2 fights. That'd be a great fight. Both those fights have been brilliant fights. They at their time were the 2 best heavyweights in the 21st century, at that moment in time. And they were great fights. Very close fights. I mean, I've got my opinion on one. I'm not going to go about that all again, but very, very close fights. And, you know, they were just good to watch. I'm sure people will watch them again.
I know people have discussed this before about this fight being the undisputed fight and other fighters being or wanting a shot at the title. I'm not going to argue with you or peddle the point that those fighters should get the opportunity over undisputed. A lot of people want to see undisputed again, so I get that point. But what does that mean for Joe Parker and for Derek Chisora, who are in line for a shot?
The WBC is not the next one in. It's done on a rota system. The next one in is the WBO, and they've already said the winner of this fight has to fight the WBO interim champion, which is Joe Parker. So Joe Parker, instead of fighting for 1 belt, will fight for 4 belts.
Does he have a fight in between that?
Who?
Joe Parker.
Yeah, he's going to have a fight. I spoke to his people last night. He wants to fight, so we're going to give him a fight.
Against who?
Well, we haven't made them fight yet, but as soon as I'll make it, you will know.
And for Derek?
And Derek, I spoke to him. I don't know what he wants to do at the moment. He's got 50th fight, and he wants it to be a big, big fight. So we'll see.
Frank, I appreciate the insight. Thank you so much.